Line 7 of the subway system here in São Paulo, Brazil is one of the oldest lines in operation. And every night, after the last train has rumbled through the tracks and the station has been cleared of passengers, the workers stay behind to perform maintenance on the system. It was during one of these all-night work sessions that a maintenance worker named Carlos was performing some routine tasks when he noticed something unusual. A sealed-off tunnel leading to a station that was no longer on any map. The entrance was hidden behind a wall panel in the southbound tunnel near the end of the line at the station. And, as far as anyone could remember, it had always been there, just never opened. Curiosity piqued, Carlos decided to investigate. He pulled out his trusty crowbar and after a few minutes of prying, managed to open the door and stepped inside. The air was stale and the flickering light of his headlamp revealed faded posters on the walls, advertising products from the 1950s. At the end of the tunnel, just before the platform, a single train car sat silently on the tracks with its doors open and the lights flickering. As Carlos approached, his radio, which had been working just moments before, suddenly cut out. He shrugged, chalked it up to a coincidence, and stepped into the train car to investigate. That's when he heard it, a sound that made the hairs on the back of his neck stand on end. Footsteps. Someone, or something, was at the other end of the car, slowly walking towards him. Then a voice, raspy and distorted, crackled through the old speaker. "All aboard. No return," the voice repeated. Then just as suddenly it stopped, the footsteps came to a halt and an unnatural silence descended upon the train car. When Carlos didn't respond, the voice spoke again, louder this time. "All aboard. No return." With that, the heavy doors of the train car slammed shut, plunging it into darkness. Carlos screamed, but his voice was drowned out by the grinding of the train as it moved. He ran to the nearest window and gasped. Outside, the familiar landscape of the subway station was gone, replaced by a burning city. The train screeched to a halt, and Carlos watched in horror as the fiery cityscape outside the window was replaced by an endless, dark forest. The trees seemed to reach up and grab at the train, their branches crashing through the windows, but nothing and no one got in. The train lurched forward again, this time plunging into an ocean that had somehow filled the sky. Waves crashed against the windows, threatening to pull Carlos from the train. But just as suddenly the train was moving again, rising above the clouds and the ocean. And then, just as abruptly as it had begun, the journey ended. The train screeched to a halt and the doors opened. Carlos stumbled out onto a platform that was no longer there. The burning city, the endless forest, and the ocean in the sky were all gone. All that remained was the abandoned train car and the silent dark tunnel beckoning him back to the city above. That station didn't disappear. It waits, hidden beneath the city, for the next unsuspecting passenger to stumble upon it and take a ride on the eternal train.